I can.
Yeah.
Oh,
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. It's March the 17th, and Ireland has closed down St. Patrick's Day. No St. Patrick's Day parades anywhere. Belfast has 2 pubs open. Even the Holy Lands party, I think, has been cancelled. And the Holy
Does that mean
Lands...
no one's drinking?
Pardon?
Does that mean no one's drinking in Ireland?
No, it just means in 9 months there's probably going to be lots of babies named Corona. Big baby boom. Lots of people going to sit in the night because they're in self-isolation with the wife or the girlfriend. Going to be a lot of drinking. Going to be lots of babies named Corona in about 9 months.
Ration your food.
Pardon?
Ration your food.
Ration our food. Shut up about the craziness. No. Right, going round the room. If anyone didn't know, Badger, where the fuck were you the last hour? Dave in the top corner has done a stream. He's threatening to do another. He's already a week late. Guy who's a cookie monster in the bottom corner. The other way, Richard. Other way. Oh, there you go, bottom corner. That's Sal. Does all the artwork except he didn't do the shamrocks. That's GeoSam. But does everything else. He does everything else. Richard. Badger. We mentioned Richard earlier. Do you remember you were asking who's this guy?
I was. Well, remind me of the context.
Richard, would you tell Badger what that picture is behind you?
It's heaven's arrival onto the earth.
That's Richard.
Now I remember the context.
That's Richard. And then in the bottom left-hand corner, if Bill's back from making his coffee, we have Bill.
I am here. Yes.
Bill
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Bill also has a very good beard, something similar to Richard's, and doesn't have a channel yet.
A whole beard crew going on.
I think he's trying to make a channel over his dog when he gets his new dog.
Maybe. Maybe. We'll
Gonna
see.
be a dog
There's few
channel.
things.
Yo! So, just to say hi to everyone in the chat, we've got Gary, we've got Wooly, we've got Jim Majors, we've got Gio,
hello, Jim.
Rory, everybody. Thanks very much for turning up when an Irishman does a Paddy's party.
Outstanding.
So, Badger, you're the man in charge. So, party's all about you tonight. Go.
Balls.
Go. What are we going to talk about? Go.
Hello, I'm David Badger. Let's talk about drinking, but let's put a Star Wars twist on it. What's your favorite Star Wars drink?
My favorite Star
Everyone
Wars.
goes, I don't know any of the drinks in Star Wars.
Nobody knows the drinks in Star Wars.
What was Han drinking when he'd already shot the guy?
What
that's
was
a
the
good
popular one at the
question.
cantina?
I think Dave's favorite drink is sex on the beach, but
There is a canon source about what Han was drinking there.
does everybody have alcohol? Does anyone have alcohol? Am I the only person with
I'm
alcohol?
prepped.
Badger, you're drinking tea. Or no, you're in whiskey.
I am, but I will be switching to whiskey soon.
Okay, Dave, what are you doing?
I'm drinking the purest, clearest water.
I know Richard doesn't drink. Is Sal on anything?
I drink.
Oh, I got
It's
a
just
beer.
coffee.
I got a Foster's.
We got a Foster's. And Bill, I know you were off the drink for a while. Are you giving in for St. Patrick's Day?
We'll see. Probably not.
So, anybody else want to come on? No, we're not that bad. We're not that bad. It's okay. We accept pioneers. Jesus, we accept Richard, and he's a pioneer, and he's Richard. Richard, do you want to introduce yourself a wee bit to Badger? Because we were just talking about the Thursday streams that I do, and he didn't know who you were. And I was just Richard is Richard, and he believes some things, and so...
Oh, interesting.
It's a pleasure to meet you, bad-tempered. Do you have a nickname that you go by? Because that's a long name.
People
Badger.
on the net just tend to call me Badger.
Okay, Badger. So pleasure to meet you, Badger. I'm probably the weirdest heretic that I've heard of, believing that what I'm saying actually makes sense in reality, which is very strange for a theistic position, basically.
All right. I will have to check
Was it
out...
supposed to be longer than that? I could tell a joke, I guess.
I'll have to check out some of your stuff at some point.
You're very vague.
I appreciate it, man. I think MathPig's channel and others like him, Dr. Joshua Bone, etc., they attract intelligent people, and I really am looking for harsh critique. And I would recommend. I have a playlist on my channel that is just biblical criticisms, or presenting the point of view that I've adopted. And if you would view one of those and comment on it, I would be greatly appreciated.
I shall try and do that. If you could shoot me a link on the Twitter at MathPig later on, then I will try to do that, because otherwise I'll forget.
Yeah, I
My
keep
brain is
reminding.
awful right now.
Richard has broke the 100 subs, and he can make his own URL. And yeah, calls himself Richard.
165 this morning.
Oh, well done, man. Well done. And hasn't made a personal URL and changed his name to Demolish Doctrine yet. I keep telling him. But
I have two.
I know if I know well, you have
I have
to.
two. I've done that. I took your suggestion.
Oh, did you make your URL into, or did you just go and open another channel?
It's Demolish Doctrine. If you enter that, you're going to have very, very few selections. One of them will be me.
Oh, you did do it.
Yeah, it's Demolish_Doctrine.
Okay, I
Right.
shall remove myself then, because.
Right, unicorn porn.
Oh.
Hang on, what?
No, because Richard's name is Richard Madsen, and he names all his videos Richard Madsen, Richard Madsen, Richard Madsen, but he likes to be known as Demolish Doctrine. And when he hit the 100 subs, he didn't change to /Demolish Doctrine and went by
right.
Demolish Doctrine. I was like, man, you should just change your URL to Demolish Doctrine, and it would make it easier for people to find you. And I didn't know he did it, because I was just picking on him, and now I've done it twice. So I have to kick myself again.
So here's a little bit of information for you.
Go on.
While I don't think it's officially stated what Han Solo was drinking in the cantina in Mos Eisley, his favorite drink is apparently Alderaanian ale, which, curiously enough, after the original Star Wars film, is a lot rarer than it was before.
I'd assume it was virtually unheard of anymore. Right, he hasn't made the URL Demolish Doctrine.
I don't think he has.
No, I've just tested.
Everyone's done.
The
Well,
channel
I'm
might-
basically retarded when it comes to computers. Maybe we'll.
Yeah,
I
'cause
sure tried to.
Thank you for. I
I-
checked, yeah.
I certainly took that option at some point, or thought that I had. I'll just say that.
You might have renamed your channel that, but that's not the URL. URL is a load of numbers.
Well, when you go to my channel, I have a custom URL and also don't. You can access it both with the
Yes.
custom URL, which is
Everyone.
youtube.com/badtemperedbadger, or you can access it with the load of numbers that it used to have.
The custom URL is basically just a constant tag for your channel, and it's just bragging rights. That's it.
Yeah,
And it's
so
short
I have
of
the bragging
killing
rights.
you.
Actually, to
It's
be honest,
easier to
the
remember as
custom
well.
URL is nice. The custom URL is nice, but the milestone I was most pleased to reach with my channel was the ability to upload custom thumbnails.
Yeah, you can do that from the get-go.
Because I really like doing those custom thumbnails, just doing a little funny little thing that
Yeah.
appears
I love
as the
thumbnails.
thumbnail of the video.
Making thumbnails is very, very good fun.
I like just faffing around in Photoshop. Let me see if I've got any fun thumbnails here that I could throw up on the screen. I think they're all on the other device, unfortunately.
I make them all on my phone. I use Pixel Lab with a cross of Cut and Snap with a cross of Photo Lab, and then I put the whole lot together in sometimes if I wanted to add music through KineMaster.
No, I don't seem to have any of my thumbnails here at the moment, but I've got this.
Is that you and Orla?
No, that's me and Mr. Raccoon, who is another frequent character on my channel.
Yes, somebody did ask me in the chat earlier, I think it was Spooky, to ask about the raccoon.
Well, she's been having a lot of difficulties lately with computers and such because her laptop basically died. And yes, I'm not quite sure what's happening with her at the moment, but she hasn't been able to get online very often for quite a while.
I bet you that robotic or that computer generated badger dances way better than you dance.
Hey,
Hey,
my dancing is. Yeah.
Did you get your badger from Fantastic Mr. Fox?
It's kind of similar looking, but no.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, but it does definitely has a similarity to it. Real cool.
If you could have sound on this, it's playing Gangnam Style. Or is it? Is it playing Gangnam Style? Or is it playing the other one?
Gangnam Style is nothing compared to pineapple.
What?
The pineapple.
Let me just tell you, it's playing in this video.
Not. I can't hear it.
What do you call that tune? The pineapple,
Wait,
pineapple.
no, you can't hear it, but I can hear it.
Pineapple, pineapple. No?
Pen, pineapple, apple, pen.
Yes.
Never heard that.
What? Hold on.
Oh no.
Can I play it?
Have you found it?
Yeah.
Right, share screen. It doesn't matter, we'll get a copyright strike, it'll be alright. Share screen.
Yeah, it is Gangnam Style that's in that video.
Dave, are you sharing your screen or are you in the wrong thing?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, I didn't hit the fucking volume. Hold on. Did you hit? Oh, you did you? Did you hit the share volume?
Oh, did I not?
Whip, whoop, whip, whoop. Right, I better start making my escape soon. I'm still there for a minute or so while I get stuff sorted out, and then I shall.
I do see Geo in the background, but I also see Mama in the background. Or Mama's just dropped out because her internet's dropped out. But Geo, I did promise Mama a spot first. Richard, you have been frickin' told.
What is going on?
Right, full screen that shit.
What was that?
There's no volume because it's muted on the video. It's muted on the video. Muted on the video. It's muted on the video. Muted on the
I thought that
video.
was Tom Jones.
It's still muted on the video.
Still muted on the video. Muted on the video. Muted
It's
on the.
still refusing to click.
I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen. I have pineapple.
Pineapple pen.
Apple pen.
Pineapple pen.
Pineapple apple pen.
This is good.
That's horrific. It's nowhere near as good as Gangnam Style.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
not
so
done yet.
weird.
Oh.
I like the one that
It is
I
very
did
weird,
after
you're right.
Gangnam
It is
Style. What's
very
it
weird.
called again?
What?
I like the one that he did after Gangnam Style.
He did one after Gangnam Style. I thought he was a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, he did
Yeah,
2 or
well-
3 things.
Gangnam Style was the one he was mainly known for, and he's done several more since then. And there's one that I liked maybe more than Gangnam Style. I think it was called like Gentleman or something like that. And there was another one that he did with Snoop Dogg. And that was
Citations. Burden of proof, citations.
all right.
Show the video.
I don't know if I can do sound. I'll link him to Dave, and Dave can do sound. Yeah, I'll just put him in the.
You can do the same
I'll put
thing.
him in the back chat.
Share screen and I can do that.
Yeah, well, I don't have the right things to do it with sound.
Alright.
Yeah, the first one's called Gentleman. Dave, link this in the chat, please. No, not in the chat. You know what I'm saying. Put it in the place where it goes.
Where the hell did you put it? Okay,
In the right place.
in the right place.
Come on, Dave. You know where these things belong. You know what he meant it.
That tune.
I don't see a shared screen. Yep, this is the one I know. Okay, right. That's 2 songs we've done. Take it away to fuck so I stop getting copy strikes. We're not pushing my luck too much.
And this one.
No, no more, man, if it's the same guy, because that algorithm fucker will just... I'm not putting it up. I've already got a load of copyright strikes on the fucking channel for doing this shit. Like,
Have you? What have you got copyright strikes for?
number 1, playing the Dara O'Brien Catholic and Protestant marriage. I got done for fucking Kevin's music, which he has been working on since August of last year, and has 9, 10 different versions. I got a copyright.
I got fucking done for doing a live stream of me playing a game and somebody blasting Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds down the microphone.
Wow.
I just ignore them because they can all go fuck themselves. No, seriously, I've got like 6 copyright strikes or something. I should stop doing this shit, like. But
well, in that case, you should put up this other video.
If you're going to get a copyright strike, you need to have lots on the same video, so it screws them over.
You should put up this other video because it's got Snoop Dogg in it.
No, we're putting nothing up else. No, not in the
Do
one
it,
video.
do it, Snoop Dogg.
Dave just said same video. We're not doing the same
It's
video.
not the same video. It's a different video.
It's the
Same
same.
It's got Snoop Dogg in it.
I'm gonna kick you and bring Mama in. Be quiet.
Snoop Dogg.
No, you can sing Snoop Dogg. Put the headphones in. Put the headphones in and
Anyway,
sing.
if Snoop Dogg turns up in the back room, we'll play his music.
If you can get Snoop Dogg here for St. Paddy's Day party, I will play some Snoop Dogg. Oh,
Well, fine then. I'll play it myself. I'll smoke weed every day. Don't make me start playing the didgeridoo. Because you know I have one.
I've got one too.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I had a copyright strike by Nephilim Free on Dr. Josh's favorite video of mine, and that has now retired and is available again.
Ooh,
So I hope he doesn't notice.
Well, you know what?
What
It's
happened?
didgeridoo time.
Didgeridoo. I'm gonna didgeridoo band.
Who's got the echo? Who's got the echo? Is that Sal?
Who's got the echo? Who's got the echo?
The only trouble with my dig is it's not waxed at the moment. I need to re-wax it.
Did you just say your didgeridoo's not waxed?
Yes.
That's what he
Would you
says.
like some help waxing it?
Yes. No, like legit. If someone if someone can actually re-wax my dig properly for me, like I genuinely, it needs to
Are
be
you
done.
talking about the mouthpiece bit?
Yes.
Yep, I know the problem you have. And have you got like cracks in it and shit?
Yeah, it's like half of it's falling off now. Do you know what I mean? Like half of the actual wax that was on there before is now peeling off.
I
So
don't
you
know how to
can't get
fix
that
it,
proper
but
seal.
I know the problem.
Well, yeah, you can't. I know. What I need to do is get some beeswax and melt it down in a pan and actually re-wax the end properly. But it's better to get somebody to do it that's experienced with it and has done it before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, my didgeridoo was not an expensive one, but you know, it plays.
Yeah, to be fair, mine wasn't either. But like to get the proper seal, you need to have the wax. Especially me with my beard. Like, there's no chance of me being able to actually play it properly with my beard without the wax because you just can't get the seal around it properly. You know.
It's a didgeridoo. There's no chance you're going to be able to play it properly anyway.
Oh, dude, I'm a beast. Didgeridoo, trust.
What we should get is a didgeribone.
A what?
A didgeribone.
Whose bone?
It's a didgeridoo that you slide to change the pitch, like a trombone.
Yeah.
Like a
that's
slide
pretty cool.
whistle.
No, it's a big didgeridoo thing, but you slide it like a trombone. So it's called a didgeribone.
Because you know, I'm sure you probably know as a dig player, but the length of the didgeridoo is specific to the note. I can't remember what the
Right, that's it. Come on now. It's fucking St. Paddy's Day and you're talking about didgeridoos and all I can think about is that fucking, what do you call that artist that's not allowed to be talked about no more that's in prison?
Roll Paris.
Oh.
Right. I've got a wobble board. Shall I get that out?
What?
I've got a wobble board. Shall I get that out?
I don't know. Can you and Badger get a wobbleboard didgeridoo band going?
Oh, maybe.
Didgers are great, man. Didgers are great. So good, such good fun.
They are the equivalent of bagpipes.
I used to play bagpipes too many years ago.
Of course you did.
When I was in my military boarding school.
I'm gonna have to jump out, make my escape because I've got to go chat with a friend about some stuff. But it has been lovely talking to everyone here, and
Catch you later.
my
Are you going
normal.
to Black Sofa?
Mm-hmm.
You going to Black Sofa?
No, I got to talk to a friend of mine who's having some difficulties. But if anyone fancies having a chat with me, possibly tomorrow at some point, because my normal Wednesday evening activity seems to have died.
Literally?
No, but
Was it Orla? Did Orla stab them?
let me tell you what's happened. So normally I go around to friends for a roleplay evening, but one of them, someone in their place of work has been in contact with someone with the fucking virus.
Oh dear.
So they have decided to go into lockdown mode until they're sure that this person doesn't have it.
Self-quarantine.
You could make coronavirus into a drinking game right about now.
You could, but we'd all be dead.
And this video has just been demonetized.
That'd be even more death toll from the virus, just because everybody drinks themselves to death by drinking every time it's mentioned.
But they won't die of that. They'll die of something. So that's better.
That's good actually. It would be a good way to reduce the overall death toll, specifically from directly having the virus, and also the amount of alcohol in their system would sterilize them.
See, works both ways.
Right, I'm gonna make my escape before I end up chatting here all night.
Okay, Badger, really appreciate you coming on, man. All Badger's links are in the description, his Twitter and his channel. But if you want his email, you'll have to look in the chat. He'll put his. You just love typing your email. I know you do.
Oh, you could say that. Right, I'm gonna jump out of here.
Right,
I'll put
go,
my email in
go.
the chat.
Pleasure, Badger.
Talk to you later, Badger.
Speak to you all later, and I may be doing it. I may do something tomorrow if people feel like jumping in. So we'll see how we do. Speak to you all
let
later.
us know, man. Let us know.
Budget.
Bye. Hi, Mama.
Hey, Ma.
Hi, everyone.
This is Mama Atheist, everybody. Ooh. Climate scientist.
Hello.
Climate scientist tells us all the world's going to end by 2050. We're fucked. Listen, tell her.
Not exactly what I said, but okay.
That is pretty much what you said. I'm a climate scientist. I know what I'm talking about. You're all wrong and the world's fucked by 2050. I think that was your exact words.
I said if we don't change by 2050, then we're all fucked.
All right.
Not that the world's going to end by 2050. There's a difference.
Okay. What do we need to change?
We need to go and get some food. I'll be back in a minute.
Dave's just afraid of me because I threatened him earlier.
Why did you threaten Dave, dear?
Because he said Star Trek was better than Star Wars.
He's probably right. Dave, you're not here. Go get food.
No, I couldn't go.
Oh, she said.
She's currently throwing things at you.
Oh, no, she's not going to be happy with me. No, she's not going to be happy with me at all. I'm right, though. We are right, though. But she's not
I mean,
gonna
if
be
it's
happy.
if it's any better, Stargate is far better than either of them.
Oh, no.
Fuck you!
Dave is right again. This is just brilliant. Dave, now, which one? Which one, though?
Well, SG1.
You're going to go with SG1, yeah?
You know, I get on with you guys, and the two of you fuck with me. I get on with Jay and...
No! You walked into that. You walked into that. Seriously, though, you did. Sorry, you were saying, Mama, go on ahead.
No, fuck you. with me all the time. It's like your favorite pastime.
No, there are people that are way more fun to fuck with.
Like who?
I make regular content on a Thursday picking on Richard. Every week.
Okay.
She agrees with that. That was actually Richard's fault. I'm not picking on him. But yeah, she what she thinks, Richard. She thinks, oh.
Whatever. Go get your food, Dave. I'm ready anyway.
Richard, for anyone here in the chat that is new and doesn't know, in reference to what's going on in the background and how me and you know each other, let people know, because there's a few people in the chat that I know are new and just here, and yeah, it would be nice. What is your relevance?
I think MathPig and I have just kind of adopted each other as brothers on the internet, and may that keep going. It's been awesome so far. What's over my shoulder there is chapter 21 of the book of Revelation being drawn out. It's a calendar, but unfortunately it doesn't tell you what year it starts. But it's an events calendar for the quote-unquote signs of end times. That's what that would be. But right now we're wrapping up the book of Enoch, our third series.
Second.
How many have we done?
This is only our second, but we are planning.
Second series.
Yes, we don't know what we're doing yet for the third series. It might be everybody seems to want to do the Epic of Gilgamesh, but
that'd be fun.
I know, but is it not really fuck ass long?
Like I think you should do the Bhagavad Gita.
Now, that I would be interested in.
That'd be a good idea.
We'll have to do a Twitter poll. We'll do a Twitter poll. Well, I'll do a Twitter poll because Richard's fucking hilarious. You put out a link for one of Richard's videos, and a day and a half later he comes in and likes it and then shares it out and tells people to come. And it's like, man, that was a day and a half ago. Where you been?
Okay, so I'm computer illiterate. I'm 52. Cut me some slack, man. When I was a kid, computers filled a room.
So, yeah, that's me and Richard. Thursdays, come round on a Thursday. That's always good fun. So
sorry.
Go on ahead.
Sorry, guys.
No, Sal, go on ahead.
My apologies. All right, so I got a subject. So I recently saw something that I want to know if anybody's ever had the experience. Wet nightmares. You ever had one? And if so, would you like to share your experience?
As in a wet dream being nice and a wet nightmare as in the same thing, only with a nightmare? That's probably only Orla. She's the stabby one, remember?
How do you know it was a wet nightmare and not just a nightmare you remembered and it happened earlier?
Well, that's just it. I'm trying to see if anybody's had that experience and if they'd like to share it.
I think basically what you're just saying is you're crazy. You're just letting the world know that you're crazy.
I've had some really crazy dream experiences, and I used to have really bad nightmares, and it used to completely mess with my head, which is why I learned to lucid dream. I don't get nightmares anymore because I can control them, so problem solved.
I only dream once a week, usually on a Monday night.
I can't remember my dreams.
No, I know. Too much weed. Weed kills your dreams.
Yeah, very much. Well, it doesn't so much stop you dreaming, but it does make them much harder to remember.
Bill, as well. Don't Dave tagged me yesterday. Dave tagged me yesterday, Bill. Don't worry about that shit. See, when I sleep on a Monday, it's grand. The tagging helps me keep up with stuff, so tag away like fuck.
Okay, fair enough.
No, tag away like fuck. I appreciate you doing that and shouting at Dave, because Dave's a cunt now. But appreciate that. I was totally out for the count. There was no way on this earth you were waking me. Yes, no.
That's all good. I know what it's like. I just don't want people. I try to worried about people disturbing you on a Monday when you've got the whole week working hard and you've got your family to take care of and stuff. And I just like to make sure that you actually get Monday to yourself. Do you know what I mean? And can get a decent sleep. That's all. But if
appreciate
you're cool
it,
with
man.
Cool.
I do appreciate it. No, I'm just saying you don't need to worry about that. At the end of the day, I run I admin over 20 fucking servers, man. How the fuck do you think I would sleep or do anything if that was on volume? No way in this earth would that work if that was in volume.
Can I just say something, Jim? If you have a problem with night terrors, I am willing to sit down with you and explain to you how I achieved lucid dreaming, because I can it helped me with my nightmares and night terrors, and it's a method that I've learned from somebody, and it's fairly easy to pass on to other people, and as long as you're consistent with it, it might work.
Yeah, I usually find myself like I can actually remember like the really, really bad ones, and like I recently had one that it was just like the end of the world type thing. We're on the beach, I'm watching people I love getting killed in front of me, but I kind of realized it was a dream right away, and that's been a habit of mine. And that really helps. It really just you get over it. You're like, wait a minute, this is just a dream, and it kind of becomes lucid.
Yeah, that's the key is realizing that you are dreaming, and there are methods that you can do to achieve that very quickly. And then once you realize that you are dreaming, provided you've reached that level of cognition without waking up, that's when you can control your dreams. And that's when things get really interesting.
Correct, yes.
Really interesting.
You can actually repeat them sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, and also, so to start off, what usually happens is people then usually go to like, oh, let's have sex with celebrity X. And then people do that for a little while. But then you realize that really you're in your own mind, so you're just having sex with yourself. And at that point, you're like, hang on a minute, what levels can I actually go to? And the things that you can do in your own dreams are amazing. Like I've stood on the surface of Mars in my own dreams. I've traveled outside of the solar system in my dreams. Like you can do crazy things. It's amazing.
Hey, Bill.
Correct.
What were the first cues that you started using to teach yourself when you're dreaming?
So the first thing I did was I kept a dream diary. So for a couple of months, every time I kept a diary by the side of my bed, and every time I woke up in the morning, I wrote down everything that I'd been dreaming as much as I could remember, as fast as I could, right? And then after a while, you start to realize that there are certain cues and certain triggers, right? And then you start realizing that you see things in real life that will remind you of that. And then each time you see one of those things, you literally tap the palm of your hand and you say out loud, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? And then just do that sort of roughly, like do it in the morning when you wake up, in the evening before you go to bed. Like just tap your palm of your hand and say, am I dreaming? Every time you see something that reminds you of a dream, tap your hand, am I dreaming? And what happens is, when you see one of those triggers in your dream, you go to tap the palm of your hand and you'll say out loud, am I dreaming? But because you're in a dream and there's no physical form, you literally push your fingers through the palm of your hand. And that's when your brain goes, I'm dreaming because I don't have a physical form. The first time that happened, it woke me up. Literally, the first time that happened, I woke straight up. I was like, shit, I've done it. Like, woke me straight up. Like, literally, I was like, oh my God, I've done it. And then as you get more used to it, like, just becomes sort of second nature. And then every time you dream, bang, bang, am I dreaming? Yes, I'm dreaming. Here we go. Let's travel over the pyramids. Let's go stand on top of the Eiffel Tower. Let's do whatever your mind can come up with in that time. It's fantastic.
If Badger was here, he would be going over.
I didn't have feet. It was really interesting. Like I used the same tactic, but only realizing I didn't have feet in my dreams. And once I realized that there were no feet under me when I looked down, I realized I was in a dream, and it became a habit.
Yeah, it's all about habit.
There was a Star Trek Voyager episode that I will not know the name of, the Badger would have, seeing as it's his specialist subject, so to speak, where Chakotay did that with the full moon. The moon. Do you remember that one, Dave? It was a good episode with the dream people taking over the real world.
Yeah.
Richard, you are the man of controversy. Give us a topic.
There's just so many to pick from.
Oh, but then it must be bloody easy.
Pick one.
It's super easy. All I have to say is something like...
Well, you and Mama have no interactions, right? Ask Mama a question or Mama ask Richard a question. Usually if
Oh, no,
that'd be fine.
we had our interaction. We're good.
Oh, yeah, we did.
But nobody's seen that. Nobody's
Just
seen
a little
that.
bit of orbital mechanics.
Sorry, Richard. Okay, go on ahead. Give us a topic, Richard.
Okay. Christians understand their own text to the level that they think God is describing evil things of himself and they're mistaken.
Who's going to disagree with that here?
Yeah.
No, the part where they're mistaken, where the book is not describing that, but they just think that that's what's being described.
Yes, we all agree with that. We just don't agree that it isn't. We all just don't agree that heaven's a spaceship. It's not one then the other. We don't agree with that. We agree that the Bible is wrong. We just don't agree that because one is not, it must be the other.
But that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Christians are wrong about what it's trying to convey.
Well, we'll all agree with you. Like yeah.
We agree Christians have got it wrong.
Fucked up.
Yeah, totally.
Messed it all up.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
Right. The difference is you think it means something else.
Yeah, and there's no turning back.
Whoa! I hit the wrong button. Don't know what it did.
What happened there? That was a bit of a...
Shuffle.
Cordless mouse had to click the button to bring it back, and then I swiped it across everybody's face at the bottom of the stream yards. Richard went full, then I went full, and then it all fucked up, didn't it? Live production, man. This is why Mama gets other people to produce even when she's live on her channel. Did you know that? She cheats. Did you know she's a cheater? She's a cheater.
I need to make more coffee. I'll be right back.
What did you say, Mama?
So I get people to help me. Big deal.
Damn it.
You
All
should
right.
get rid of the boring work.
Myself.
Okay, all right. Turn it around and make me look like an asshole. Fine. Fine.
She gets rid of the boring work so that she can enjoy the conversations.
Exactly.
Lucky for some.
Mama Atheist, could I ask? Because last time we spoke, I had the impression that we might have another conversation later. Am I misreading you now that you wouldn't want to, or I'm having trouble figuring that out?
Yeah, absolutely have another conversation. I'm just
Okay, I
saying,
just didn't know how to understand that. Thank you.
he thought we didn't talk before, and we did, so that was all I'm saying.
You didn't talk. It wasn't on stream, is what I meant, and it was very.
So it didn't happen in the real world because it wasn't on stream.
Oh no! I just wanted to give everybody in the actual live audience the pleasure of watching that because it was very good fun. I don't know if you enjoyed it, Dave. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a good.
I know, it was great fun.
Exactly. So they all missed out. So I wanted to just, She hates me now. Look at it on her face. She hates MathPig.
Is that an uncomfortable smile? Is that what that is?
I always have an uncomfortable smile.
See, this entire stream is going to be all about making Mama more comfortable on streams. Because if anyone's seen her lately, she's very shy on stream. She's all quiet.
You can make her go bright purple.
Pardon?
I know something that'll really help, actually. Seriously, something that'll really, really help. Just admit something to the entire universe out loud that you find personally embarrassing. It doesn't have to be too personal. It could be something that's happened in public or something people already know about or your family already knows about anyway. It could be something like that. And it just really, really helps to say something like, I'm barely literate at math. Which is true, I am.
Right. So we're done with Richard. Okay, go on ahead. Yeah, no, he's right though. He's right. It's like lifting a mental weight. It really is. Oh, we broke her.
You just have to all stand here and look.
Tell us about that time when you were supposed to get christened. Or was it your confirmation? Tell us that time about your confirmation.
Oh, it's a horrible story.
Exactly. Perfect. That's exactly what I've heard you tell it only once before, and I was saving it for my interview with you, but seeing as it's my channel and we're trying to make you feel uncomfortable, tell us that story.
The more horrible, the better.
Oh, that's a depressing story, and today's a happy day.
No. It's just no. That's a story about you.
I can tell you, my
horrible.
It's exactly up the street of what Richard is talking about, and it's proof that you don't want to.
It's a terrible story. So.
Yes, but it's out there on the internet. If anyone wants to go and find it, they'll already find it, and everybody in your family already knows it, so it's not a big deal. And it's something to do with your atheism and why you're called the Atheist Mom. Or Mama Atheist, even. So it's right on topic. Stop being shy. Go on ahead. Just split it out. Do I have to make you solo to make you talk?
Don't.
Okay, go on ahead then. So you're ex-Catholic.
Yes. Raised Catholic. On my mom's side, my dad's not. Was, first Holy Communion, baptism for that, obviously, and then I was supposed to get confirmed, which is when you become an adult in the Catholic Church. So, fuck me. That was on a Saturday, was the confirmation, and the Monday before, two of my friends were in a car accident. One of them died instantly, and the other one, she was on life support the whole week. They didn't know, they had to wait till the swelling went down in her brain to find out what was going to happen. And they did on Friday night before my confirmation, they did the test on her and found out she was brain dead, so they were going to pull the plug the next day, the day of my confirmation. So I didn't want to get confirmed. And it was awful and stupid, and I hated it. And but my grandmother, my mother's mother, told me that she would never speak to me again if I didn't. So I did, but that was the day I decided, like, I never really believed in God, but that was when I was like, I absolutely don't, like, that I became a real atheist, I guess. That's the story.
When did you admit it?
Yeah.
Did you admit it to them then that you were an atheist?
Oh, them?
Yes.
No. I don't know if my grandmother ever knew. She died in 2006, I think. And yeah, I was in my late 20s when I told my mom. So.
How did they react?
Was it? My mom still hates it. She cries every time I talk to her about it. In fact, I tried to even tell her about my channel and stuff, and she wanted nothing to do with it. She didn't want to hear about it. But it turned out my father was raised kind of, when he moved to America, they became Mormon. So when he was like 10, he became Mormon. But he doesn't actually believe in God, so he's technically an atheist, even though no one ever told me that.
Where's your dad from? Where's your dad from?
Rotterdam.
And your mom's
Holland, Rotterdam.
And your mom's?
My mom, well, yeah, my mom's Irish. Her name was Hogan, but she's from Boston, and her parents are from Ireland.
Do you have Lucky Charms?
So. Angel has 2 boxes downstairs.
I'm trying to lighten the mood to make it a wee bit easier on you because I was an absolute
You
asshole.
made me tell this fucking story.
I
know. Isn't it wonderful though? But you've said more on stream in this last 15 minutes than you probably have on the last 6 streams that you've been on put together.
Well, now we have nothing to talk about when I come on your show. Thank you, Richard.
Repeat it.
So.
No, but now you're still talking.
Right.
Yeah, see, you're even interrupting me. Okay, I'll be quiet now. Hold on.
I can give you something else to talk about on stream. Let's say that I was, a non-religious person, and I became religious at, say, age 15 or something, and it was because a friend of mine went through some tragedy, and I was emotionally provoked by that. And I started to think about my own mortality, and because of that, accepted theism. Okay. So I have heard people make argument that kind of an emotional-based decision, conscious choice, would be too influenced by my emotions and wouldn't necessarily be the best choice at that time.
So are you saying for me it wasn't a good choice to turn away from God? Because like I said before, I never really believed. So it wasn't like I was deciding in that moment because this tragedy happened to me that, oh, never mind, I give up on God. I never actually believed. I just never admitted it to myself.
More the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah. But I also understand, you know, when people do that too, if they turn to God in times of need and distress, you know, I get that as well. To each their own. I think everybody has their own kind of kernel of either faith or non-faith inside of them. Either way, either they're going to be, you know, they're going to have faith and believe, or they're just not, and that's how their life is going to turn out. I just never had that personally. Like my son.
What do you think of people that claim to be neutral?
What do you mean by neutral?
Yeah, I don't know what.
Not
what
caring if a God did or did not exist. If someone were atheist, agnostic, theist, they don't care. Like they're just not involved in the situation.
Good for them.
Don't pick on the agnostics. You leave us agnostics alone, all right? Fence is comfortable.
My mum's like that.
There's no agnostic here.
Oh. You knew that was going to happen. You knew that was going to happen. You're now bottom of the pile. Steve McRae is right.
One of those literally doesn't give a shit people.
The people that doesn't give a shit is probably good for them because it's all fucking meaningless.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it could be true that if someone says I'm uninvolved in it, that only means nothing really emotional has happened to them.
No, I don't think that.
No.
I'm not saying that that's impossible that that's the case.
I'm just starting fights here.
Good. Keep it going. Keep it going.
It's entirely. I've known people that are very emotional people that have the shit on the God question. One way or another.
Okay. You want to hear a story that I've never talked about with anybody then?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she's on the roll. Go.
Okay.
So my son was very sick when he was born. And I think I've talked about this on Twitter, but I've never talked about it like on a stream before. He almost died. He was in the hospital for 3 months on intubators and G-tubes and all that stuff. And not one single time, ever once, did I think about deciding to turn to God. That never crossed my mind, not once. And I cannot imagine anything more scary than the thought of losing your child. So.
Yeah.
That's an argument I see a lot. Like people say online, like, oh, well, you know, just wait until an atheist comes near death and then they'll believe in God. Well,
You see, that's what's known as there's no atheist in foxholes. What is it? Isn't it? There's no atheist in foxholes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I reckon it's exactly the opposite.
I do too.
Yeah. Same here, because I've never really believed, and I'm not like that.
It's
I'll
not
tell you
that.
what, my
I
military
think
experience.
if you have an actual believing theist in a foxhole, they wouldn't be in the fucking foxhole. They'd be out shooting because they have nothing to fear about the enemy.
Yeah.
Or
I'll tell you what
they
really
would not
happens.
be shooting at all.
What
They
actually
would be-
happens is
they would
people
be an
flip
entire
flop.
pacifist.
Yes, I completely agree.
They just change their position. No matter where the original position was, something bad enough happens, oftentimes they just flip flop to the other position.
My auntie was always very, very
No.
religious and always religious the whole way through it, and she did not have a religious ceremony at the end, and the music that she was burnt to was Pink.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think you have to be given an underpinning of something. This is where I think indoctrination works really well. I think if you have an indoctrination, when you hit a hard time, an emotional time, it's very easy for you to flick back to that indoctrination without really realizing that it was.
Yeah, now, which thing are you talking about? Which indoctrination?
Well, the problem you've got is you want to
Because
get...
you're right both ways.
No, not really.
Yes, you are.
No.
You are right both ways.
Yes and no. The problem is everything is indoctrination if you want to take it down to that level. Right, but the point is we are talking about things that are unreasonable.
correct.
According to who?
The ability
Rational
to
minds.
the ability
We're
to
talking about
verify.
individual people here. We're not talking about rationality. We're talking about emotional states.
So an emotional state can be seen as irrational if it's out of hand, whether it's a high level or low level.
I think that by definition, emotional states are irrational. That's why they're not called logical states. They're emotional states.
Yeah.
You can't mix logic and emotion. They're two.
That's what I just said. You can't. That's two separate things, not the same topic.
Yeah,
People
nobody's
can make
making it.
decisions based completely in emotion that are completely irrational and still justify them perfectly. No problem.
Yeah, but I mean, evolutionarily speaking, we're talking about we have emotions to be able to replace that intellectual thought process necessary to be able to do things quickly in a short amount of time.
It's also very important not to mix an emotion with an actual response to the environment, because that's what we do. We respond to the environment and to whatever situation that we're in.
Yeah, but lots of times the emotional response is A, right, and B, it is much, much quicker.
Correct.
From an energy perspective, it is way better. It's just not always right.
Yes. Yes, because you're jumping without looking.
Yes.
In an evolutionary model, it would be a survival technique that causes success. Although a lot of false hits, you'd still live longer because you overreact in a safe way.
It's worse than that.
Worse than that. It's death, Jim.
No. The point is, it's only the people that survived jumping. 100 people jump. One person survives. That's the one that's going to breed.
Right. That's how it works.
Yes. But the point is,
and then we learn as we go.
It never
the observation and the response to the environment will teach us when and how to jump. We start off by jumping.
It doesn't take into account the fact that it still wasn't a good decision to jump.
Agreed. That's evolution.
Yes.
Mama Atheist, you're muted if you just try to speak.
No, I didn't. I just kind of shrugged. So. Thank you, though.
It's just, again, that rational thinking. It leads somewhere. It starts somewhere and leads somewhere. And response and observation is what gets us there.
It does seem that we keep going back and reading the study, and I keep forgetting it, with baboons that talks about brain signaling and the fact that in the other apes, well, they're extrapolating to the other apes, but in baboons, the signal strength in the brain between areas of the brain is much stronger than ours. So you get a trigger, you get a response. The brain, it's a straight. You're going to get a response, and they are speculating. The point is, the reason that we can have abstract thinking, the reason that we can override instinct and reflex, is because we have weaker signals. Other areas of the brain.
Because we feel pain.
No, they feel pain too.
Not the way we do.
Yes, the way we do.
Well, hold on a second. Watching an animal respond to a broken or ripped limb is way different than the response a human will.
Because we have this ability to override the signals, right? But we're still pain.
We have those weaker signals. That's what I'm saying. Our response to pain is way different.
No. You're misunderstanding that. The pain is the same. The pain is the same.
Pain is the same. Agreed.
100%. When parts of the brain are communicating,
yes,
okay, the signal between them is the same. So you can take signal. So a signal can override it from somewhere else.
Okay. We're on the same page now. Gotcha. Go ahead.
Right. And they also think that this is what caused an awful lot of the mental disorders we have, because again, the signal can be override from other parts of the brain, potentially that are doing other things. It also leads to the idea. Oh no, I'm going to go off on a goose chain, and I don't want to.
No. Go ahead, because I've been doing a lot of psychology into this. I suffer from fibromyalgia, And what you're touching on is exactly what I'm practicing, because I focus and I can block those pains out. I mean, it's temporary, but
It doesn't last. Trust me. The last 25 years of my life has been in massive amounts of pain.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
I used to be able to control it, and the longer you go on trying to control it, the harder it becomes.
That's where I'm at now. So now I'm at a point where I'm losing control. Nothing I do, nothing I used to practice is seeming to work. And is it going to get to the point where I just lose complete control? That's where I'm facing. So, okay, that's what I needed to know. Because I haven't been able to speak to too many people who have lost control and are able to say, hey, look, I tried all that. I tried taking control. But at the end, the body decays and there's only so much that the mind can control.
Yes.
If you have fibromyalgia, get the doctor to prescribe you pregabalin.
No!
I tried all that shit. None of that shit works. I just smoke my weed and I'm good.
Pregabalin worked perfectly. It fixed the pain.
I didn't like it.
Wait.
All that shit shifted my mood. All that shit shifted my mood.
The reason I cannot remember anything now, the reason my memory is broken, is pregabalin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like that. Like I really forget. My moods change. I'm not me. I don't like that. I'd rather suffer the pain. I've suffered it this long. I grew up in an environment and in a generation where it's like, hey, get up and go to work. I don't care how sick you are. So, fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Me and my mother were just talking about that the other day. The same sort of attitude where why don't people just get the fuck up and get on with it? I think, or something to them effect is what she said to it. Now,
you can only do so much of that with pain. Again,
I understand what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying.
It wasn't on that topic as extreme as what you are. It's on a very similar topic. I think my cousin sprained her ankle and she's making a massive deal out of spraining her ankle. It's just like, get the fuck up and just, you sprained your ankle. It's not obviously what you were saying.
You know what really annoys me the most about my pain levels now? Is that I have lost the ability to deal with normal pain as well.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll get a mild headache, and it kills me. It just throws me.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
The whole day. Does medication help?
Yes.
Okay.
But at the moment,
it's the bad ones, right?
Yes. At the moment, I'm taking a break from all opiates, which is both
good.
I'm more clear.
I've been a good 10 years. No, what am I saying? 10 years. Almost 5-6 years that I've been just completely off opiates because I was heavy on them for about 4 or 5 years going.
I've been until 6 months ago. I was on them for 15 years.
I've been. When was it? Was it like the second week of January?
Yeah, something like that. It was this. It was definitely close to the start of this year. It wasn't. It was after Christmas.
Yeah. So I've been clean since then. I'm still on what's it called? Daily. I can't even remember what they call it now.
Methadone. I was on Butrans.
No, not methadone. Not methadone. The other one.
Codeine.
Suboxone.
No.
So I was on Butrans. They say they reckon that's a replacement.
Buprenorphine.
Butrans.
Okay.
Just as you said, codeine, man, I have a giant box of codeine out there that they give me for when my shoulder used that I never used. Like, massive box of codeine.
I can't take that anymore. Like, literally, I can't take any form of opiate painkiller anymore. Not even just because of the fact that the buprenorphine blocks it completely, but also like if I feel that feeling, I'll be hooked. Like
I never
day or 2 days.
I never got a feeling of anything from using codeine other than pain relief. It was the only.
It really annoys me.
But it wasn't
I've never got a high from opiates. I mean, and I've overdosed myself on them.
Yeah.
And I've never got a high.
I've
accidentally overdosed myself on them.
I would have taken cocodamol, which are 500 milligram paracetamol and 30 milligram of codeine, and I would have taken 4 of them over the course of a day with my headache to kill the pain, and not got any sort of a high, and it was just to ease the pain.
Yeah, but because to get a high, you need to be taking to get a high off codeine, you need to be taking like
Well, no,
500
even
plus
that-
milligrams at
Yes,
once.
you got right. You got to take a
Point
real
is,
heavy
no,
amount.
you can't do that. You can't do that with codeine because your body creates the.
mean-
It's virtually impossible to get high on codeine for anyone taking it.
The point I
Because
was saying, I've only ever used it for pain relief. That's
Your
I,
body
It's an
processes
effective
it.
blocker. But it's an extremely effective pain blocker, and the euphoria. I mean,
it was the
It's
only thing that
nothing.
would kill the migraines that I would have, and I would have severe migraines. Like Richard knows me and has been around when I've had some migraines, and I'm just totally inconsolable. And it was the only thing that killed my migraines. Now recently, it has not worked when I've had migraines. What I've been using is 400 milligram ibuprofen and taking 1 to 2 of them at a time, and that has been working very, very well.
that one doesn't work for me anymore.
Ibuprofen never worked for me, but is now working for me.
Yeah, it changes. Your body changes. It's
Your
crazy.
body, yeah, it's strange. Yeah, it is strange.
So anti-inflammatories I can't take because they trigger my asthma. So
There is
I can't take.
an interesting study that I don't know whether or not how significant the results are out of France.
Okay, and just as you say that, Dave, just as you say that, get that topic out, and then we're going to change topic. We're going to go on to something
right.
else.
Yes.
They reckon that brufen exacerbates the lung problems from COVID.
Yeah, and that doesn't surprise me at all. That's why I can't take it because of my.
Yeah. So basically, if you get it, stop taking brufen.
Well, as a
Any
personal,
form
I
of
know that a
application.
brufen.
Anyway.
I remember definitely a brufen not working because the codeine that I get, that's such a high one, you can't buy over the counter over here. And you buy over the counter, it's 8 milligrams. I was using pain relief that they give my mother for her shoulder, and there was none left. And I went to the out of hours doctor in the hospital, and I went in after waiting for an hour, crying my eyes out in the waiting room because they wouldn't fucking turn the lights down or anything like that. And when I got in, they handed me a brufen. And in my anger, I just threw it back at the doctor. I was like, I'm waiting 2 hours and you're giving me something I can buy at the counter that won't work. But now it does work. So, yeah, your body does change.
Right, time to change subjects.
Okay.
All right.
Sal, would you let everyone know
Yes.
about your work for a wee while?
Okay. So,
Does anybody know, just out of curiosity, does anybody know Jesus Corona, who is in the back room waiting?
No.
Okay.
No.
Right. Well, there's a Jesus Corona. I'm just saying hello, Jesus.
Well, tell him to put in the private chat who he is, who we might know him.
Yes, put in the
Right.
private chat, Jesus Corona, we may know you. So, Sal, let everyone know about your work, and if you can, Sal, you and your phone,
Yeah.
can you share a screen from your phone? No.
I
Okay.
might drop out if I do.
No, but Dave can. Dave, tell Dave your website. Dave will pop up your website and we'll show your website. Because, man, your Tonka trucks that you've been doing recently are fucking fantastic. And they definitely
sir.
need looked at.
Thank you. Easism.com. And yeah, I've been a graffiti writer my whole life since I was a kid. Grew up in New York. I've had a crazy wild ride traveling all over the world, and I'm settled in right now in California, and I embraced my art again. So I decided to make it my career for good. Just that's it. I'm gonna put everything I got into it and see where it takes me.
Yes,
Because
mate,
at the
you
end of the
should
day,
do.
I was talking
Sure.
about the ailments. It's getting hard to do just a regular job. So if I'm gonna kill myself, I might as well kill myself doing something I love to do.
Hey, just if I can, before Gonna Go For It, Peter jumps out. One of Gonna Go For It, Peter's co-hosts, Robert Reed. That's Robert, and then Reed, R-E-E-D. Before you leave,
Yes, sir.
Gonna pop the link in the chat there, man. He's recently went out on his own, a wee bit away from the well, not away from the channel, but doing his own thing. And yeah, definitely give Robert a sub. Out of the community, he's got 100 subscribers in this last 3 days because we all love him. And if I didn't do this, Peter will never shut the fuck up about teaching him Discord. So for my own sanity, sub to fucking Robert Reed. Give the man a sub.
I actually subbed yesterday.
There you go, Peter. Okay, sorry. Somebody was talking there before I interrupted.
Sal, I think.
Yes, Sal, Tonka Trucks. Dave was going to find your link.
Yeah, I can't spell easism.
It's ease as in EASEISM.
.com.
.com.
404.
Let me in. Figure it out.
Peter, you're an asshole, but we love you.
Is that Lord of the Flies?
No, it's Peter.
No, in the live chat. I mean the chat, man.
Oh, there's an idea. That could be Trolley.
Yeah.
Well, we don't let anyone in who we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, let us swim around.
And they mentioned football, and I don't think Jill's into football.
Yeah.
No, because you
Yeah,
see, you don't let people
looks a little
on.
weird.
You don't let anyone on because, I know. You see, right, this'll do. No, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even going to get into that. More hints, please. I'm happy to play your game, but better hints than I'm Jesus Corona, the soccer player.
Yeah.
Because you get porn bombed. I don't want no penis on screen.
Right.
The only penis that could probably get away with it and never be banned is Dave, but that's because he's bi and we're not making a big deal out of it. Like.
So, Math, I've got a little quick subject.
Yes.
I'm getting close to my 50 subscriber mark.
Right.
And when I do so, I'm going to have some sort of hangout to mark my 50 subscriber mark.
Right.
Do you want to, what's it called? Like, sort of, do the thing. What's the word I'm looking for?
Do you want me to produce
Where's my brain
it?
not working? That's the word. Yes.
Right.
Is that so you can get away without inviting him in?
Well, no, I want it like that. That obviously he'll be there as well. That's like the whole point.
See, Bill doesn't mind asking because like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I told him if you ever just want to do a live stream to open up and let everyone know, I'll produce it like I did Richards. It's fine.
Okay.
Easism. Everybody's tried your link. It doesn't work, man. Have you not been paying your subscription?
I got it. I mean, so I was just about to say this. I finally got everything together. I've been having some really bad technical difficulties. The computer I had crashed badly, and I went ahead. I had a new one built, and I.
Oh, you're hosting yourself.
Yeah, I guess everything's ready. Like it took a little longer than it was. I was supposed to get it Saturday. I got it this morning. Big deal. But I got everything I wanted, and I just got to hook everything back up. I got to get back online. I got to get everything back in order.
Yeah, I was on it last week. It worked last week. I didn't realize you were hosting yourself, so it only hosts when your computer's on. So.
Yeah, right now I'm just using my phone, and I'm just I got to get everything set back up. Once I'm set up, probably by the end of the week I'll start. You'll see me a lot more.
Well, I apologize for putting you in the spot there. I didn't realize that you hosted yourself. Jesus, I feel like I needed. There you go.
No, you good.
Come on, senor. Can't show opinions unless you allow screen share. No, that's not true. You can do multicam. You can do what I'm doing. You can do what Dave's doing. Okay, right. We'll give this certain person all of 30 seconds. Okay, people? 30 seconds. Yeah. 30 seconds, yeah, right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't even a fun troll.
Okay,
No,
question.
That was a terrible troll.
Question. Who's put the link in any way, shape, or form public?
Anyone in my
right?
Discord? Anybody in my
Yeah, it's got to
Discord?
be someone from the Discord.
Hi Dan. Hi Dan.
Yeah, I bet you it is. I
figured
bet
it
you it's
out?
Dan.
Hi Dan.
I bet you it's Dan.
It was a little too awkward because if it was a real troll, they would have said something stupid.
He says no. He says no. He's not Dan. He's not
Not
Dan.
Wait, let him back in. Let him back in.
We don't believe you, Dan. We're going to call you Dan, right? Yeah. This is the thing. You've got 3 more statements. This is a fun game because nobody can see. Let me see. No, I can't because I've cropped the screen.
No.
3 more statements, Mr. Jesus Corona, and then I'm going to kick you. No, Richard, come back. He's only getting him. No, he's not getting back on again. 3 more clues in the private chat about who you are, and if they ain't worth a fuck, I'm going to kick you because we're going to move on. And we're just sitting in silence now. Do you see? Well done, Trolly
Innit?
Troll.
Innit?
Is it remember Sammy
So-
Jenkins? Is it Penis O'Toole? Was it Penis O'Toole? Was it IQ? Who is it?
Is
We
it
don't
BJ
know.
Price?
What?
Is it
Beach
BJ
Price.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would it be beige?
Because they just
So
said BJ.
They're claiming it.
Is it Doorknob Head?
No, that's definitely not Doorknob Head.
He just said sorry at the end.
Well, that's one statement. I give you 3, and one statement was blow job, or back job, or behind the rim job, and the other one's good lord. What's the last one gonna be? It's not Penis O'Toole. He says,
It's inquisitive. It's IQ.
Is it? I never asked IQ, but IQ says.
IQ did arrive in the chat around the same time.
So it's like a game. It's like who's MathPig 11?